up, you guys? It's Hannah. Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be telling you guys basically how I stay organized in college. I'm a sophomore in college. I'm back in college right now. Obviously, my background is different than my background at home. I had the idea to do this video because I feel like people really enjoy college videos and just school videos in general. I think I have a pretty good system of how I stay organized, and it's so important to stay organized in college especially, but school in general. Like, this could apply to high schoolers or middle schoolers or literally any type of school. You could use these tips that I'm gonna tell you to try and stay organized. So I have a list of my tips. There's only 4 of them, I think, but they're important. So let's just get on into the video. I have my iced green tea here from Starbucks. I've been making the transition to iced tea instead of coffee. It's not even because I don't like coffee anymore. I still love coffee, but the iced green tea from Starbucks sweetened is one of the best things that has come into my life ever, besides the Kyler. This is literally so amazing. So my first tip for you guys is to use a 5-subject notebook. My first semester, actually first 2 semesters, so my first year of college, I didn't do this. I think I actually saw this in somebody's school supplies video for college, and then I was like, that's a good idea, and I wanted to try it. I don't remember whose it was. My whole first year of college, I had 5 one-subject, why can't I speak? I had 5 one-subject notebooks, so I had a separate notebook for each class, and I honestly felt like I used maybe half of the paper in it, so I felt like I was wasting so much, and then I didn't want to rip out the paper. And I talked about this in my what's in my backpack / school supplies haul video. If you guys haven't seen that, a lot of the supplies I'm going to be talking about I put in that video, so I'll have it linked like in one of the corners. It'll pop up if you guys want to watch that. When I had the 1-subject notebooks, I felt like I only used some of the pages, so then I was like, at the end of the semester, I didn't want to rip the pages out because they were notes that I took. Like, I could use them for something else, but I also didn't want to keep them in there and then start a new subject halfway through the notebook. Like, I just felt like that didn't make any sense, so I was like, I'm over it. So for this year, I have been using 5-subject notebooks because I feel like the typical course load in college is 5 classes. I guess it depends on your school, but most people I know carry 5 classes per semester, so this works out perfectly. So this is the 5-subject notebook that I use. It's just a 5-star 5-subject notebook, and they have the little folder dividers, so if I do get paper for classes, I put it in the folder. This has been so helpful. I also found myself last year, since I had so many notebooks to keep track of, I mean 5 really isn't that many, but I would sometimes grab the wrong one and then I wouldn't have my notebook for class. Maybe I'm just an idiot and like I'm the only one with that problem. So with this, it's so much easier. I have everything in one place, so I definitely recommend getting a 5-subject notebook so all of your stuff can literally just be in one place and you only have one notebook to keep track of. So my next tip is for the beginning of each semester. What I've started to do is go through all of my syllabuses. I don't like the word syllabi, but syllabuses is obviously incorrect. So I went through all of them. Usually in them, the professors will outline the entire course, like what you're doing every week. It's usually week by week. Your assignments and when they're due will be in the syllabus. So I went through all of them, and I write down the assignments, the exams, any quizzes, projects, like whatever that is in there in my agenda. This is another super key thing to have to stay organized. An agenda, I feel like this speaks for itself. This is my agenda. It's pretty beat up and it's only been half of the school year. Nice. Maybe next year I'll get a hardcover one because this one isn't. So I go through all of them and write down my assignments in my syllabus, or I mean in my agenda. I go through the syllabi. I hate saying that, it sounds so weird. And I write down all the assignments in there that are listed in my agenda so that I don't have to worry about writing them down later on. It's literally all done already at the beginning of the semester, so I can plan out when I need to study or when I need to do projects or when I need to do whatever. It's way less of a hassle, and this is honestly such a helpful thing to do. It doesn't take too long, maybe a couple hours, and it saves you a lot of stress throughout the semester because you're not questioning when you have stuff due or when your tests are, because it's literally already written down. So the third tip is kind of like the second tip, but different. So my third tip for you guys is to plan out your weeks. So in my agenda, like I just said, I write all my assignments down. So then when it gets to a new week, usually Sunday, I will look at everything I have to do for the whole week, like what assignments are due. And then I write basically what I need to do every single day to get my work done. So I like to allocate work to each day so that I don't feel overwhelmed to do everything in one day. I space it out nicely because obviously I know what my schedule is. I know how many classes I have each day. I know if I have other obligations. So I allocate work to each day so that by the end of the week, all the assignments that I had to do that week are done. They're turned in. Like, sometimes I'll even work ahead to like the following weeks, and I'll look at what I have there and I'll allocate time in the current week for those future projects and assignments or whatever so that I can get those off my plate too. But basically the point is that I write down at the beginning of each week what I need to do every day to accomplish everything that I have due and everything that I need to do. And it's so much easier to keep track of what you're doing if you write it down. I know that's something that everybody always says. Writing it down and actually planning it out has helped me so much because it makes me feel a lot less overwhelmed and stressed because I know exactly what I'm doing every day. And then once I'm done those tasks that I allocated to myself at the beginning of the week, I'm done for the day and I don't have to do any more work and I can spend my time doing something else. My fourth tip for you guys is to color code everything. By everything, I mean I color code my notebook and my agenda. At the beginning of each semester, I assign a color to every class. So I have 5 colored pens. So I have purple, pink, green, blue, and orange colored pens. And then I also have, you know, the little post-it flags, the colored ones? So I have purple, pink, green, blue, and orange colors in there. So obviously the colors of the flags correspond to the colors of the pens. And then what I like to do is when I'm writing down the assignments in my agenda from step 2, I assign a color to each class and then I write down each class's assignments in that color. So if you go through my agenda, you can see the different colors on the different pages signaling what class that assignment was for. It makes me feel very put together. I think that's what it is. Like, color coding things makes me feel very put together and I feel so organized when I have a scheme, like a color scheme for things. Then in my notebook, this is where the flags come in. So I take the little post-it flags and in my 5-subject notebook, I section it off. So each subject, I designate a color. So I have the colors on the side of my notebook and they all represent which class that is. Basically, the color pen color corresponds to the flag color in my notebook and corresponds to the assignments in my agenda. So all 3 of those are correlated and I feel so put together. The way that I've been managing my time and the way that I've been organizing myself this year has been so helpful to me, and I wanted to share these tips with you guys because maybe it could help you guys too. That is the end of this video. I hope you guys like this video. Make sure to give it a thumbs up if you did. If you want to see more videos from me, make sure you hit the subscribe button. If you guys want to see more college related videos, like this video or comment below, or like if you have specific videos you guys want to see, leave them in the comments below. I'm always open to hearing what you guys want. Obviously, like, I want your feedback. Sometimes I get in these weird ruts where I just don't know what to do. I don't know what to film, but I really want to film stuff because I really like doing YouTube. So if you guys have any suggestions, always make sure to leave them in the comments below. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys all have a wonderful rest of your day and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye. Put your hand